Hello, viewers, listeners, and the students. Here, this class is meant for contract first, meant also meant for LLB Part 1, pre third, etc. The topic of this subject is today that in the last class we have discussed about the reliefs in which or under which injunction word was also expressed or discussed, and so we are today discussed about the whole system, whole theory, whole doctrine, and introduction to the word injunction, as well as its definition and the grounds on which injunction is granted, and kinds of injunction also. Thus, let us start about the word which is used in Special Relief, particularly Special Relief Act 1963. Now that act now becomes Special Relief Act 2018. This act is very important act so far as reliefs are concerned. Now a special relief is given to the person aggrieved so when there is or there are a sign of inadequacy in the relief. So compensation for damages is no more sufficient, or where insufficiency is seen, the relief is given to the aggrieved party by another way. That way is called injunction. The meaning of injunction in Hindi it is Byadesh, but the meaning of injunction in English is that to restrain someone from doing the act, or he is about to do the work which shall harm to the another party, and so the aggrieved party may have to take the step towards the relief. And so injunction thereby is that restraining, the act of restraining the person, or prevent the person, or forbid the person who is acting against the spirit of law and he is doing illegal act, so that the aggrieved party gets or sustains some injury, and which is, by the way, irreparable, and so loss sustained by him is not countable by simple discretion. Though this relief is also discretionary power of the court, or if the court has considered it as a discretion that the aggrieved party must given the preventive relief so that he may get the harmful loss, and that loss in future would not be covered by the aggrieved party. So this word injunction also have the importance so far as special relief is concerned. Now, when we say special relief, It is a parcel of preventive relief also. In Special Relief Act, section 36 to 42 deals with the injunction word, and very much has been said about this word injunction. Now, the relief, specific in way of specific, is positive, whereas preventive relief is negative. In special relief, the person who at the time of making contract agreed upon that he will perform, he will specifically perform the obligation which he agreed upon. But by the way, such obligation is not covered by or done by the person who agreed upon. In that case, compensation becomes inadequate, and so there is a question of special relief. The specific means the things or the act must be performed by the parties who had at the time of agreement has promised to do the very particular thing or act, and now by the way he denies for such act, and such denial harms or sustain the loss to the other party or the plaintiff. Now, to avoid the specific loss to the plaintiff, the law has provided him a Special Relief Act in which preventive measures or relief has been also added in the section 36 to 42. This is the thing what you want to know. Now, the definition of injunction is very simple, and Halsbury has defined in his word that an injunction is a judicial process whereby a party is ordered to refrain from doing or to do a particular act or thing. This is very simple definition, that this relief protect the interest of the agreed party so that he may able to escape himself from the loss which is yet to be sustained. Now, we have, after definition, we have to say that what are the ground and what the courts watch or see or observe in granting the injunction to the aggrieved party means plaintiff. And so, since because this relief is given by the court, which is dictionary power to the court itself, and so court had to observe the following three things on the basis of which the court can grant relief or reliefs to the aggrieved parties. Now, the basis of the granting injunction is that the court first of all has to see or has to observe that there must be three things when question of granting the injunction is there. First is that the case is prima facie in favor of the plaintiff, and second is there is a balance of convenience in the favor of the plaintiff, and third is there is possibility of sustaining irreparable loss to the plaintiff. These three things or three essential elements which must be present or which must be in the mind of the court. So, this can be elaborated in another way that whenever plaintiff seeks relief from the court, he can pray before the court that there is a prima facie of the case that it is in the favor of the plaintiff. Means the court, as soon as observe the plaintiff, reads the plaintiff, he is now the opinion of that this is in first time it is a matter of grave and plaintiff must be given the relief, and so we can say that the case where prima facie is with the plaintiff, then first basis is present. Now second is that balance of convenience must be in the favor of the plaintiff. What is balance of convenience? In Hindi it is called सुविधा का संतुलन. Means balance of convenience is only with the plaintiff, not with the defendant. If defendant is committed against the plaintiff, then balance of convenience must be disappear from the plaintiff. So, court is also of the opinion that there is a balance of convenience in the favor of the plaintiff. Now, third is irreparable loss. In Hindi, it is called the अपूर्णीय क्षति. ऐसा क्षति जो कभी भी प्लेंटिफ को पूरा नहीं किया सकता है यदि यह रिलीफ नहीं ग्रांट किया जाए तो इन दिस वे वी कम टू द कंक्लूजन दैट three things must be there in the plaint and in favor of the plaintiff, then only injunction relief is given, that is called preventive relief is given or provided to the plaintiff. And so it becomes clear that an injunction is granted to the plaintiff only when these three elements are present in the matter of litigation, then only the injunction is granted. Now, injunctions are of three kinds, and usually there is only two kinds are very much popular, and they are temporary injunction and as well perpetual injunction. In Hindi, it is called अस्थायी व्यादेश or शाश्वत व्यादेश. But three kinds of last kinds of injunction is also there. That is called mandatory injunction. The meaning of mandatory in Hindi is called आदेशात्मक व्यादेश. Means if the matter is to be discussed instant and court has to decide instant that if the relief is not granted instantly, then the plaintiff will or would get a loss which cannot be reparable in the future. And that monetary injunction is provided instantly by observing the or seeing the grounds of injunction, and so monetary injunction is given to the plaintiff at once. Now, the rest kinds of injunction means be temporary or permanent or perpetual are given by their own circumstance and situation. In the case of temporary injunction, in Hindi it is called asthai vyades, is a matter of court discretion, and when the plaintiff comes to the court and he files for the sake of obtaining the injunction. And so, as you know that when the final decision of the case is concerned and hearing is finished, finally decision comes, then only the permanent or perpetual injunction is granted. But in any stage of the case, or the court is of the opinion of three kinds of basis present in the case, so the court can provide the aggrieved party, means plaintiff the relief that is called temporary relief or relief. The CPC 1908 in Order 39, Rule 1 and 2 provides the procedure and the proceeding by which a aggrieved person may get the temporary injunction at any stage before the final stage of the case. And so temporary injunction is given only when something in the form of plaint or plaintiff comes to the court for the redressal or praying for the injunction, then only temporary injunction is provided to the plaintiff. Otherwise, perpetual or permanent injunction is given only when final verdict of the case is obtained. Now, the cases where injunction may be granted means, for the grant of the injunction, the following some points are to be noted in order to have a grant of injunction. First thing, that there must be interest in the property of the plaintiff, and so the grant of injunction may be taken place only when for the protection of the interest in the property. Now, interest in the property may be divided in the following way, that any property in dispute in a suit is in danger of being wasted, damaged, or alienated by any party to the suit or wrongfully sold in execution of a decree. Next point, that the defendant Therefore, there the defendant threatens or intends to threaten to remove or dispose of his property with a view to defraud his creditors. Next point, that the defendant threatens to dispossess plaintiff or otherwise cause injury to the plaintiff in relation to any property in dispute in the suit. Next point is that injunction to restrain repetition or continuance of breach. Its meaning is very simple, that when again and repeatedly some breach is taken place or done or committed by the defendant, then the injunction is also very much needed in that case also. And these can be described as follows. Point number one, first, in any suit for restraining the defendant from committing a breach of contract or other injury. Point number B, the court may by order grant such injunction on such terms as the duration of the injunction, keeping an account, giving security, or otherwise as the court thinks fit. Sometimes an injunction is also refused by the court if there is a default or defective in the play made by the plaintiff, and such can be enumerated in the following way: to restrain any person from institution any proceeding in the court. Next point, to restrain any person from applying to any legislative body. And lastly, the person who restrains the plaintiff in making the legal proceeding in the court. These are the points whereby a refusal of a injunction is refused by the court further. Now, lastly, we can draw conclusion that injunction relief or preventive relief is a matter of discretion which is taken by the court as a whole, and in order to be granted the injunction or preventive relief, the court must be satisfied with the basis or otherwise things so that he or the court may grant such injunction. Thank you.